cross over Matson Ford, and then I cross back over to the other side because that's the safest way to cross that intersection. And then I walk across the Claydock Parkway. I worked in the city all last winter. Never once, and I don't know whose responsibility it is, never once was snow removed from that walkway. And so, it snows all over there, and for some reason it must be a split thing, west on this side, east on that side, but whatever. The snow accumulates, and then people walk on it, and it's still snow. And by the time you try to come home, it is a solid sheet of ice. And the next morning, it is a solid sheet of ice with foot imprints in it. So you literally have to negotiate your way in the footprints. And I just want to point out that I was petrified all last winter, and I'm coming in this winter petrified. We had what, half an inch of snow the other day? Nothing, and it turned icy. So every single day, you try and get your way through. If somebody falls, there will be no choice but to crack your skull open. Yep. It's not a wide walkway. Then you get to the SEPTA steps, and I believe I counted there's 14, 14, 14, and 9 steps going down. SEPTA doesn't maintain them either. And it's a seriously dangerous, and you've got lots of cross pedestrians going. So I just thought it would be a good time to bring this up since we're expecting 2 storms this weekend. But it's a very scary, scary proposition. And nothing has ever been done, ever, not in any snow.
I can address that. We have spoken to the assistant maintenance manager for Montgomery County, PennDOT. It's their responsibility.
Is it their
responsibility? They have assured us that there is a bridge crew. There are 2 bridges they have to do. They will come here. They will address the situation. The property owners, a lot of times, they'll do the stairwells up to the SEPTA. 1 year, 3 years ago when we had that January 25th, like 2-foot snowstorm, the borough, while our guys were doing our streets and our sidewalks, assisted them until all of a sudden PennDOT said, we need more machinery. They brought a brand new machine in there that they use to break up that soft heat, because you're absolutely right. About 3 years ago, it was that high. PennDOT's very aware of it. I had a meeting with the new system maintenance manager from Montgomery County 2 months ago, and that was one thing we said, we've got to make sure that is addressed quickly, because the amount of people that go back and forth, not only residents that are going out to the train station, but also individuals that are working over here and come over.
Right, it's a busy walkway.
They're aware of it now.
The only other thing, I'll keep notes.
Sure.
The other thing I wanted to bring up, and I've brought it up several times, crossing this intersection can be totally fatal. So when I come home and I come up, I don't know what side,
you're over here.
The outbound side, okay, well, it shows you. But when you come over the outbound side on the Marriott side, when I go to cross Matson Ford, without exception, the 2 lanes, they're turning left, that want to make that green light, I'll be 3 lanes into the road at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock when it's dark at night. And let me tell you, I don't ever want to hear anybody say they don't see me. I have 2 of these that I turn on when I go to cross the intersection. Without doubt, oh sorry. Without doubt, almost every time I will be stuck in that 3rd or 2nd lane while people shoot up and they're double turned. So you've got 2 and I'm thinking, oh great, I'm 5 feet tall. This first guy's gonna see me, but the guy that's doubled down on him is not. And I have brought it up to the police department on several occasions. They helped me move it to the state. The state came back and said, case closed, back to the municipality, because the municipality is responsible for maintenance. And that is it's just gone ping-ponged back and forth and back and forth. And all I'm asking for is the one place where people will stop for you is when they're coming across the bridge and they've got the signs up that say, you must stop at a crosswalk or you risk a $250 fine. They stop there for the most part, almost always. Other than that, nobody stops anywhere, not any of them.
And
When you
ma'am,
go up,
If I could remember, you and I and Meg met.
oh, yes. I'm
And
sorry.
Our traffic engineer has reached out to PennDOT and is trying to get a definitive answer. What needs to be done, if they have to put head signals in there, what the borough needs to do to have that process.
And I really hope something's done, because 2 to 3 nights a week, I damn near get run over. So,
I've got to give you my business card.
yeah. Are you an Uber driver? So anyway, I wanted to take a couple minutes.
Thank you.
And it's all part of public safety, as is the fire department.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Dave. 3 minutes, Dave. Have you notified them of the lighting?
All right, Dave Frankenfield, 5820 4th Street. All right, one of the things that I wanted to bring to the table here, all right, we talked about communication. We've done a lot of talk on that. All right, a couple things that, you know, looking back at my 47 years at the fire company, right, and being involved in the municipality, the fire department needs to have an opportunity to get involved earlier on in some of our processes. All right, zoning, right, planning, building additions, permits, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is sometimes what happens is we get that emergency 2 o'clock in the morning, right? And then we discover things that are going on that we're completely unaware of, and it's an emergency situation. All right, example, right, One Tower Bridge, multiple floors that is being operated by one owner, right? We go in there for a alarm, and we find out that they're connecting 2 floors with a staircase that's going to be an open staircase, and we're unaware of it. This is going to change the spread of fire. We're unaware that they've been given a permit or issued information on it, just to give you an idea. So, you know, red flag for us, okay? Street addresses, we brought that up multiple times, right? Asking all the residents, right? Make sure you get your street address where we can see it from the street side of the building, okay? So that we can respond there and get the right house. And that's so much because I had the councilman want to kind of give me a offhand comment. You mean you would ride by a house that's on fire? Hell no, we never do that. Right, but a CO call where you're impaired because of a bad heater, or you're in cardiac arrest and the ambulance can't find your address, or you're in a home invasion, right, and you had an opportunity to be real quiet and call 911, right? This is all time ticking on the clock, right? So think about that. Think about what's going on with your neighbors. You know, look at your neighbors' houses in the area, right, or the addresses where they can be seen, right? And even in some of the townhouses, right, because I see some ladies that have visited the firehouse, right, even to have the addresses on the back of the houses where the porches are, right? You have it up there, Mike, right? So that if we're on the seaside of the building, the rear of the building, it helps us, right, identify that and helps us move along, right? Permits, planning, zoning changes. I know it goes in front of zoning and stuff. Good example, Echo Ridge, right? Anybody that's been at the firehouse and looks up the hill, right? I'm going to tell you, them buildings are every bit of 50 foot. I don't know, Greg, do you get a chance to have over there? It's a long way up. Right, I mentioned it the other day. They finally found, I guess, an Indian to go and put the siding on there, you know, Seminole or something, right? Because he was up there pretty high today in the cold and the wind, right? But these type things are important, right? Making sure that everybody is aware, we spent a couple of hours with the traffic engineer, making sure, right, that we